Hello, and welcome to AIM International's preparatory tutorials for the Information Certification exam. I'm Steve Weissman, Principal Consultant at Holly Group and a certified AIM training instructor in the realm of content process and information management. I'll be your guide as we review the exam's major domains of expertise, and I'll tell you all you need to know to earn that passing grade. Today's subject is content management, a key part of this special certification, which AIM created to support you as you solve your organization's existing information-related problems and plan for its future. For 60 years, AIM has been the leading nonprofit association helping users understand how to best manage documents, content, records, and business processes. This module is part of the Capture and Manage Knowledge domain, one of 6 within the certification program. In it, we'll review the importance of taking inventory of your content. Just as shopkeepers take inventory of the merchandise they have to sell, so should information managers take inventory of the content they control. In many ways a thankless, excruciating task for the painstaking detail required, it's really the best way to determine what information you actually have. It's also useful for identifying the relationships that exist in that content, cross-links, common pointers to repositories, overlapping authors, etc., and thus for shedding light on your processes themselves. Taking a content inventory is imperative if you're migrating your information from one system to another, for it will help ensure none of it gets lost. It's also critical when you are either first implementing or updating your information management practices so everything can get properly tagged, or else simply be left behind. The job itself involves several well-established steps that generate so much information about your information that you may wonder at times how helpful it really is. But having this information will pay dividends as your work progresses, so it's definitely worth seeing the program through. The first step is to identify the major categories of content that you have, separating them into logical chunks by business unit, geographic location, subject matter, and so forth. In a web content management context, the task often begins with a simple accounting of the pages on the site, and the capturing of their page ID numbers and descriptions so they can be properly tied to their owners, departments, etc. Document type is usually the next most immediate identifier to be captured, and it's one of the most important because it provides clues as to where in the organization the information lives and whose responsibility it is. Invoice, purchase order, order form, research report, digital photo, video feed, and brochure are all valid identifiers, and you'll undoubtedly come up with scores more before you're finished. Topics and keywords will become the metadata that in turn will facilitate content search and retrieval. Examples include customer care, shipping and receiving, vacation request, computer requisition, employee name, and so on. Here, too, the choices can be endless, so it's important to use a controlled vocabulary to ensure consistency and to keep the volume in check. Recording who owns and maintains the information is another important piece of the puzzle because it tells you not only who created it in the first place, but who's in charge of updating and maintaining it as well. This tells you who the most active users may be and sets the stage for instituting or revising policies regarding access authorization and editing rights, both of which are fundamental to sound content management practices. And then there's ROT, which stands for redundant, outdated, or trivial. 3 useful classifications that can help you set action items and priorities. For example, if you find multiple copies of the same information, and you will, which one is best considered the original? If you find something old that hasn't been accessed in a long time, perhaps it should be put on the road to being disposed of. And if you find something kind of light, like announcements regarding holiday parties of the past, maybe you don't want to get rid of them because of their sentimental value, but you probably should label them as something that can be handled later rather than sooner. All of these lists of information to capture about your information are long, and the specifics can be challenging to develop. But the work must be done if you're going to maximize the efficiency of your information capture and management activities. The tasks we talked about in this module involve taking inventory of your content. Get these right when you start, and you'll have much less trouble down the road. With this information now under your belt, you may next wish to review the section on understanding your information and interaction flows and capturing metrics throughout. The material you have just reviewed is part of a broader program of study that prepares you to take the Information Certification exam. This proctored test consists of 100 multiple-choice questions and is delivered electronically by Prometric. You'll have 2 hours to complete it, and upon passing, you'll earn a professional certification that's valid for 3 years. For more information, please visit www.aim.org/certification. Thank you.